love it if any of you that are Democrats would sign up, and it's just a commit to vote form, to vote Democratic this year. But exercise that right to vote. Cherish it. People have died. People have gotten their heads bashed in. People are still dying for our rights to vote. We can't afford to let that go. That is, it's not just embarrassing, but it will kill us and it will kill our children. I implore you to let's get together on every aspect. Gather here, we march, we get arrested, we sit down, we stand up, but we also vote, and then the people that we vote in, if it's not us, and I encourage all of you to run, but if it's not us, we hold them accountable. If they're not doing what we need, we vote them out and vote new people in. So I am so happy to be out here. As I said, we always say, go out and get votes. It's not votes, it's people who vote. That's very, very important to me. And it's a very, very clear distinction. Just when we talk about the slave trade, people talk about slaves all the time. These are people who were enslaved. Make sure it's people first. Alrighty, I'm done. Thank you so much.
Thank you for Sister Lassiter. We're getting ready to march, but I want to leave you with a few words. Last year in November, I had the chance to travel to Ferguson about 2 days after Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving holiday, and I had the opportunity to meet with Michael Brown Sr., talk to Reverend Al Sharpton, and I looked at a city that had been destroyed by his own people, and we were mad, we were upset, we were fired up, then we disappeared. 2012, we came to this same place, we were mad, we were upset, then we disappeared. When Freddie Gray died at the hands of police brutality in Baltimore, we were mad and we was upset, but then we disappeared. This cannot be one of those moments. We cannot get upset this weekend and next month you're nowhere to be found. They say, well, what are your policy proposals, brother? Is the marching going to be the only thing that you're going to do? Well, the first thing that we recommend is that every police officer in Muscogee County have a body camera that cannot be turned off. Yeah. Now that not only helps the victim of the suspect, but it also helps the police, because sometimes they get lied on too.
True it is. Yeah.
The second thing that we recommend is civilian review boards. Why do we take our grievances when we have something to say about police misconduct? When we think that the police did something that was out of line, where do we take those to? We need a civilian review board that's democratically elected from the people, a civilian review board that has the power to investigate, a civilian review board that has the power to make a difference. Yep. I received a call from a lawyer yesterday, a lawyer that had a client who was going through a problem with the police, and he said, well, where do we take this to? You know, I'm thinking, hey, well, you the lawyer, you know. But there isn't anything in Columbus that's set up. We have a Public Safety Advisory Commission that has no teeth. There's no subpoena powers. They can't investigate anything. So we need to have something that have more teeth. On July the 26th at 5:30, we'll be standing in City Council asking them for body cameras. In 2007, us as citizens in Muscogee County approved a lost sales tax, which gave 70% to law enforcement and the other 30% to infrastructure. The question becomes, where's the money going? Come on. We have 84 positions open for police officers right now in Muscogee County. Those 84 positions have been open a long time. Where is that money going? Yeah. Don't tell me you don't have money to pay for body cameras when you have money to pay for a $10 million pool. All right. Don't tell me you don't have money for body cameras when yet you can still go out and buy roundabouts. All right. That's my call to action. These are tangible solutions. These are things we can do to make sure that all children don't have to deal with this same thing that our grandparents were dealing with. My grandmother fought in the civil rights movement. My mother fought for the same thing. How long are we going to continue to fight for things that should be human rights? That's my call. And this fight for justice isn't just for black folks. That's why when I look around and I see so many of my white friends, it's encouraging. Because this fight isn't just for us. This call for justice isn't just for us. This call for justice is also for your children too. Police brutality isn't a new issue. What is new is the technology that allows us to record police brutality. Social media and camera phones are the new phenomenon. It ain't police brutality. They've been whooping on rumps for a long time now.
Long time, yeah.
Ask Rodney King. Getting his rump whooped on the side of the road. Didn't know a camera was looking. Had that camera not been there, he wouldn't have had a story. Had the people recording Alton Sterling being killed not did their due diligence, they would have said he was too aggressive. Had Philando Castile not had his girlfriend recording his murder, they would have said he was reaching for his gun. Keep your eyes on him.
Yeah.
That's our due diligence. We know there are good police officers in Columbus, Georgia. Matter of fact, there are some great officers in Columbus, Georgia. But sometimes the bad apples ruin the bunch. And all of this week, I've been hearing police brutality don't exist in Columbus, Georgia. Well, how soon do we forget? It was only 12 or 13 years ago when they blew Kenny Walker's head off in the middle of the highway. Don't tell me about no police brutality don't exist in Columbus, Georgia. This year in January, a good friend of mine for a long time, Marquise Brown, knocked in the head with a flashlight. It took them a month to take that brother to jail. If that had been one of us that would have hit somebody in the head with a flashlight, we would have went to jail that night. And Zacharias Flint, who was shot dead on Columbus State University campus, if police brutality is an issue. And then they rewarded the officer with an award that shot him in the back. That is a spit to our face. Somebody ought to stand up. Somebody ought to let their voice be heard. Last weekend we practiced civil disobedience and we actually went to jail. And some people wagging their finger and said, you were breaking the law. Well, if I'm not mistaken, when those people had their Boston Tea Party and threw them folk tea into the lake, they were breaking the law. Ask Dr. King, did he mind breaking the law? Ask Rosa Parks, who they told to sit in the back of the bus because she was colored and she chose to sit in the front. Asked her, did she mind breaking the law? When Congressman John Lewis sat in at the Capitol and said, I'm tired of gun violence in this country, he was breaking the law. Sometimes you gotta get in some good trouble.
All right.
And I want young people to know that they'll live the people that were not scared of the establishment, that were not scared of the system. Sometimes you got to go to jail for what you believe in. Sometimes you got to go to jail to let them know we not scared.
All right, all right.
Today, we're going to march peacefully. We won't be practicing civil disobedience today. We're going to march peacefully. I want to thank each and every one of you for being out here today. If we can get into groups of threes, and we're going to take to the road